Hey everybody, this is Sonic Blue Darkfold, and I bet you're wondering where I have gone with this series. It's not gone, I just put it on a hiatus so I can get other things done, but I think I can play a short game of Let's Play series. Let's play Shadowgate for the NES. So I'm going to try to walk you through this as best as I can, because I have not played this in ages. We're going to start a new file here. And there we go. The last thing that you remember is standing before the wizard's Lakmir as he waved his hands. Now you find yourself staring at an entryway which lies at the edge of a forest, and you might find yourself standing on a big bed of moss. Wait a minute, this isn't Talking Heads. The druid's words ring in your ears. Within the castle Shadowgate lies your quest. Really, I thought you were piercing my ears for putting rings in them. The dreaded Warlock Lord will use his black magic to raise the behemoth from the dark depths. Sounds scary. The combination of his evil arts and the great Titan's power will surely destroy us all. Well, it wouldn't be exciting for a video game if something didn't destroy you all. You're the last of the line of kings, the seed of prophecy that was foretold eons ago. Only you can stop the evil one from darkening our world forever. Fare thee well. What, you're just leaving me at the gates of Shadowgate here? Gritting your teeth, you swear by your god's name that you will destroy the Warlock Lord. No, you're gritting your teeth because you don't want to be left all by yourself. Alright, so the gameplay over here is simple. That's your move key. Use your A button to select. You can look at things, open things, use things, leave things behind that makes basically drop things from your inventory. Speak spells, you can hit things, close things, take things. Card shuffles through all of your inventory. Self is like if you want to use something on yourself. I can't take myself anywhere. If you want to use something on yourself, use that square, and of course save for that option. Now, let us start. Before we even go in there, let's open that skull. There's a key in it. Oh, who knew? Take the key. See how this works? Okay, now we're going to open the door. It's the door into Shadowgate, so let's move inside. The first thing you see is a pair of eyeballs glaring at you, and then they go away. That pitiful wizard Lakmir was a fool to send a buffoon like you to stop me! You will surely regret it, for only thing here for you is a horrible death. Yeah, right. The sound of maniacal laughter echoes in your ears. Okay, so it wasn't Pennywise, the clown. Okay, so let's take those torches. Anytime you go into a room, you are going to need to take all torches that you find. There are 2 that you cannot take, and we'll show you those when we get to it. You can also use the torch to burn things. This carpet, for example. You will need to know this later on. Let's open this door and find that it's locked. Let's open this door. You find it's locked. Well, gee, I think I'm going to use key number 1 on the front door. Ooh, there we go. Now let's move. Okay, now. Here's your first lesson in reading things, do not take things. First of all, let's take those torches on the wall. Okay, now, while that book is on that sort of ledge there, you open the book while it's on the ledge. Don't take it, because then it'll kill you. A rectangular hole's been cut out, and you find another key. So let's take key number 2. Now it's in hand. Now, we're going to backtrack. Okay, now, we're going to open that door with, use that key, too, on that closet door. Okay, now let's move through it and pick up the 2 items that you find is a sling and a sword. Not bad for not playing this in a long time. Oops, take the sling, thank you. No, don't take the wall, take the sword. Let's move back out, that you're all done in here. You will never have to go into that closet again. I just came out of the closet, aren't you glad for me? No. Alright, first things first, let us hit this area of the wall that's brighter than the rest of the wall. And you reveal a hole. Let's go inside of it. Okay, now we got more torches. These are the ones you cannot take. But we can take the arrow. The arrow, thank you. Now, we can use this torch, and it reveals a secret passageway. Do not go onto that top ledge, because you will fall and break your bones. You don't want that to happen at all. Okay, this is a cavern you're standing upon, so let's go across the strong bridge. Okay, now, what we need to do here is to get rid of that thing. We must use the lit torch on the torch that does not have an equal sign, this one. And you automatically throw the torch at it, consider that thing vanquished forever. Okay, now we can take these two torches, and you will need to take that cloth, the cloak. Now use it immediately when you get it, because that way you put it on yourself. And now we can open this door and go through it. That monster will not come back. Okay, now we're going to need to look at that sign first and foremost. It says Epor. You need to read it twice. It's your first magic spell, Epor, which is rope backwards. So, we are going to speak the word of rope. Or Epor, as this game calls it. And it will ascend up into the upper level. Now, let's take all of our inventory here. Bottle 1, we don't really need Bottle 1, but Bottle 2 we do need. Let's also take this torch. And now, see that scroll there? We can just open it right there. We don't even need to take it into our inventory. And this basically tells you... Okay, I gotta explain this one in a little bit more detail. Okay, look at the scroll. Okay. 5 to find, 3 are 1. 1 gives access the bladed sun. Silver orb to banish below, the staff of ages to vanquish the foe. Joining 2, the golden blade, the last to invoke the platinum horn. Basically 5 items that are necessary in order to get to the end of the level, and you need to join 3 items into 1, mainly the staff, the orb, and the blade. The staff, the orb, and the blade will be joined together. And then they're talking about the talisman, which opens the door to the way, and then the horn, which opens the door. And, well, I'll show you. Now, while we're here, let us also open... Notice on the far wall, you see this frame, this little outline. You can open the wall. Yes, now let's go through the wall. Okay, we can't do anything here yet, because we don't have the crystals yet. That's not a problem. Let's go back this way, because we're not quite ready to tackle up in the upper level yet. What's over here? Too high to reach. Okay, not a problem. Okay, see that rickety bridge? We'll get to that later. Actually, yes, we'll get to that later. We will get to that later. We can't do anything about it right now. So let's go this way. And you'll see that you are in the midst of a 3-way possibility of going this way or that way. Let's open up some doors. Okay, now, very carefully, watch your torch level here. You can carry 2 torches lit. When one of them goes low, you will need to... No, not open it, use it. You will need to click on that... Oh, duh. Never mind. No, you will need to click on the torch there where it says torch equals 6, and you can light another torch. Now, this one can burn out, and this other one will stay lit. Gotta keep your eye on the torches. Make sure they don't burn out on you. Alright, here's another torch we can take. Okay, now that trapdoor, don't do anything with it, you don't need it. Let's take the other torch. And let's open this door. Okay, now this is going to be kind of tricky. It's very cold in this room, so watch what it says. It's very cold in here. There's a reason for it. Because in here is a dragon, so we're going to take the shield. Very important to take the shield first. Because that's what happens if you don't take the shield first. Raise the shield just in time to block the flame. Now you can take anything else, up to 3 items. So that's our first item. Let's take the hammer. And then let's take the helmet. Or we can take the spear. It doesn't matter. We're taking everything. We like inventory, don't we, folks? Alright, that's 3. Now, 3 times is all you can tolerate, so go back to the cold room, cool off a bit, Now it stinks of rotting meat because you just stepped inside of it and you just got out of the dragon's fire, so of course this is going to smell like rotten meat. But it's still very cold in here, so we're going to come back in. We're cooled off now. Let's take that torch on the wall, too. That's very important. Take the torch. That's one item. Take the helmet. And we'll take the bone. Okay, we'll come back for the 2 skulls, and that'll be the last thing. Okay, now don't worry about that coffin over there. There's nothing in it. It's like a dead item. Okay, so go back in. Cooled off. Let's take the other 2 items, the skulls. And, you see that spill on the floor? That's melted gold. Don't worry about that. Don't need to worry about melted gold. Let's move back. Alright, move back here. Let's try this door ahead of us. Okay, very importantly, when you open up these coffins, open the ones on the right-hand side here. Okay, now, remember about the tale about the mummy. How do you kill a mummy? Use fire. There you go, now you need that. So we're going to take the scepter, open this coffin now, and you'll find a bag. Let's just open the bag straight on the floor. You don't even need to take it. Okay, we're going to take the copper coins in it. We probably won't need them, but we like inventory. Even as useless as it is. And you can even take the bag if you want to. Okay, those are the only coffins you can open. This one over here does not open. See? Nothing open. Do not open the ones on the left. They will kill you. Just move straight onto the coffin that's open. Okay, now remember that hammer you picked up? Let's use it on the middle mirror. Go backwards. There's the hammer. Stop! Hammer time! Alright, there's a door there. Now, let's take the torches and the broom while we're at it, or the broom. Torch. Torch and the broom. Okay, now do not strike the other 2 mirrors because they'll suck you out into deep space. I don't know how that happens. We're going to just open the door here. The door is locked. Perhaps we have a key. Let's see. Do we have a key? We got key number 1 and key number 2. Those are the only ones we found so far, I believe. Okay, I don't think key number 2 will do it. We can try it. Because remember, key 1 opened... Okay, it doesn't fit. Okay, what we need to do... Now, this is the upper level. When we read that Epor spell, that's down below us. So we actually need to go into this door over here to our right. That's the key we need to get into that door. So let us open the far door. You can also click on the square that corresponds with the door in order to open it, too. Okay, first of all, let's take all these stones, because we're going to need them. I can take it. There you go. Okay, stone, stone. Yes, you have to make sure your aim is precise on the items you want to take. Otherwise, they'll say, I can't take it. Okay, now you got all the stones. Now, don't move over here. You're not going to get anywhere. We are going to move right here between the waterfall and the rock slide. Alright. Now, we are going to open this... Well, okay, we're going to hit this blister that you see up here. I'm going to pop that blister. And it's another bag. Let's open it. And these are the gems that you'll need to complete your task. We're going to take all 3 of them because we definitely need those. Take white gem, blue gem, and red gem in the order we're going to use them. But you don't have to take them in any certain order. Now, you hear that tone? That tone means your torch is about ready to burn out. So go to where your torches are, click on it, and you're saved. Anytime you hear that tone, get a torch lit. Nope. Back down here. Okay. Leave the bag behind. We don't really need that much inventory. Okay, now, see that shark there? We're going to need to get that key somehow. So I know how to do it. Just follow me and I'll show you the way. Alright, now go over here. And look, there's a hole in the wall. We're going to use our first gem. in the hole in the wall. And you will be given a crystal ball thingy. Take it. Remember how cold it was in here? There's a reason for that. The sphere is the source of the coldness in here. Now we're going to go back over here, and we're going to freeze the water by dropping the sphere into it. So click on Use, then Sphere, and drop it right in the water there. Now you can easily take the key in the skeleton's hand. That's the one we need. But now, if you try to grab that crystal, you're not going to get anywhere because it's frozen in the ice. We're going to need to use our lit torch on the icy water. It burns and then refreezes, but we can now take the orb, or the sphere. Let's move back. We don't need to do anything more here. Now let's move back through this door here, and then through this door. And now, we can use our new key on that door. I just passed it. Okay, now first of all, before we go through the door, let's go down here. Now we can go down here because we've used the E4 spell on it. Now let's go in here. This is where we're going to use the blue gem. No, we're going to use it, not move it. Drop it right in that hole there. Okay, listen, warrior. The Warlock Lord can only be defeated by thy courage and the Staff of Ages. This is a good wizard. Remember, 5 to find. Yeah, he basically reminds you of all the things you need to find. But we already know. Okay, now there's a scroll there, so we're going to open the scroll, and it will teach us a spell. As the shadow of the wind thou shalt be Humana. We've learned Humana. We will need that spell. Okay, climb back up the rope. Okay, now through the door. Okay, now that you're wearing the cloak, you can withstand the heat of the fire. Otherwise, without it, you wouldn't be able to. So we're going to use the sphere to put out that flame. And there you go. Now you can move through this room. Let's open the door on the far end there. Up. Move. There. Okay, over here, there's going to be a troll that comes up and asks you for a gold coin. So you can actually outwit him. Because you don't have a gold coin yet, let's use something else. We got a weapon. Let's grab our spear and throw it at him. He goes away. But you don't hear him crash. That means he's grabbed your spear and he's gone away. But he's granted you access. Okay, now remember the story about Davy and Goliath. Look, there's the one-eyed Cyclops, otherwise Goliath the Giant. So we're going to play the role of Davy, and we're going to insert a stone into the sling. And then we're going to go and use the sling on the giant. As soon as you start twirling the sling, a magical influence takes over your body. You cry out, "Death to the Philistine!" and release the stone's bullseye. He is gone. Now before we move out, let's use that well. There's a bucket. We have to open the bucket, even though the bucket is clearly open as it is. We still have to open it. And we are going to need those gauntlets, so take the gauntlets. And before you walk through a door, you need to open a door. Let's move through it now. Alright, now we are going to use, just for the fun of it, the burning torch on that carpet. Get rid of that rug. It's too formal. Now we're going to take this torch. Do not forget your torches. So let's move through the first door we come across. Here we go. Now, we're going to use... Now look at that hole in the wall. Look familiar? It's a different shape, but now we're going to use the red gem in that hole. And there we go. It reveals the secret passage. Now let's take a few things before we go in. I'm going to take the skull. I'm going to take the map. And we're going to open the book. The book is open. You can't read the writing. So we are going to have to find a way to read the writing and decipher what it says. And in the desk drawer, take everything. Scroll 3, scroll 4. Actually, scrolls. Let's just open the scrolls as they are. They'll disappear anyway. Tarak. Terra Tarak. Now, what's Terra mean? Terra means the earth. Keep that in mind. Okay, let's open up scroll 4. Illumina, yes, that will illuminate your way, but not in the way a torch would. So don't use that spell to think that it would be a good substitute for a torch. It will not. We're going to take key 5. We're going to take the glasses. Okay, now we're going to use the glasses so that we can read the book. So we got to go all the way back to the beginning of our inventory, put on the glasses, and I need to light a torch, I know. Okay, now we're going to look at the book. You can read what you could not read before. The light grows faint, the path winds round. Where life is lost, wisdom is found. The seed of dream, for the evil is free. Where hung the sword. Where the sword is hung, he must place the key. There's the key word. Where the sword is hung, he must place the key. A bridge to form, amidst burning death, a demon to guard. Mortari riseth. Now remember that. Mortari, there's a guard. You gotta remember where the lava flows, the guard is kept. So you gotta remember that. Now, before we forget, let's take a torch and light it before this one burns out. Now, you're limited on torches, so you gotta move through this game as quickly as you can, but fortunately for this walkthrough... Okay, now you're gonna need to take everything in this room. The bellows, the poker... I'm not gonna take the brick fireplace, take the cup. And if you want to, you can use your burn torch on the fireplace. But it's not really important. Alright, now we're going to speak the word of Terra Tarak, because look, there's a globe. See that? Perhaps that's the earth that Tarak is meant for. There you go. Now we're going to open the globe, because now there's a crack around the equator. You open it up, and look at that. We're going to take the key and the bottle. Key number 6 is in hand, and then the bottle number 5 is in hand. We don't know what the bottles do. The only one we're after, really, is bottle 2. And, of course, you guessed it. Just for the hell of it, let's burn that carpet. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I have about a thing about burning carpet for, but it's just a thing. Alright, we're going to move to this other door. Alright, now, first things we're going to do here is we're going to open the... See this handle? We're going to open that. Oh, we're going to use the handle in the floor. Okay, we need that, so take that water. It's holy water. And after you take it, it descends. Now, we're going to take the horseshoe. Okay, we're going to take bottle 2. Or that's bottle 4, sorry. We're going to take the test tube over here. I think that's bottle 2. No, that's bottle 3. This is bottle 2. That's bottle 2. And I think there's another one here. Bottle 2. Okay. Do not open this grating, because there's a thing that lives in there. It's going to kill you. And don't worry about the spittoon on the floor. It's not important. Alright, now look. Very beautiful fountain, isn't it? But that's not water. That's acid. So what we're going to do is we're going to use... Remember the gauntlet we found? We're going to use this on ourselves. Okay, now we're going to make sure that you wear the gauntlet before you take this flute, because otherwise it's going to burn your hand without the gauntlet. See that? Now, we're going to use the flute right away. Very pretty, yes it is. Okay, it's like magic. And there you go. There's a ring. We're going to take it. Now, let's move back. Stuffy laboratory. Okay, now we're going to open up the far door. But I don't think it'll open for... No, it will open for us. Okay, so, here we go. Okay, now there's a clue. When you first walk in the room, for a split second, you can actually see the rug burned. So, this is the time. The only time where you need to burn the rug is right here. So that we can take the key underneath it. Why couldn't we just move the rug? Well, it's not as much fun as burning it. Let's also take the mirror and the crest. Don't worry about the talisman, it's up too high, you can't take it. So, let us use some keys now, because all these doors are locked. What keys do we have? We have key 4, which I think is this one. Hey, I remembered. Okay, now. Let's see what else we have. Key 6. which is this one. That's 2 for 2. And key 5. Those are the only 3 keys we have not yet used, and there we go. Alright, so let's move through the first one we come to, which is this one. Alright, let's take some torches. Torch. Torch. Now, let's move to this door first. Okay, we can't do anything here just yet. Okay, now let's open this bag. Do not touch that gold pot. Or thing, whatever that is. Okay, you want to open the bag and take what's inside. Namely, the Bitcoin, the gold coins, all 3 of them, because we love inventory. And that's it. Move back. Okay, now move out of there, because we can't do anything more yet. Alright, now. We're going to need to use a torch. Oh, no. Now, let's give something to that skeleton king. So what we're going to do is we're going to use... Now, what does a king usually carry, or a queen usually carry? King or queen usually carries a scepter. So by giving him the scepter, he reveals a ring-shaped keyhole. We're going to use, you guessed it, the ring in the ring-shaped keyhole. Put it right in there. Now you've got a secret passage to move through. Now we're going to take those torches. No, we're going to take that torch. Precision controlling, you gotta love it. Okay. Take that. Now don't go in there, whatever you do, because that block is going to move right over on top of you and crush you. Okay, now we got a couple of gargoyles here, so what we're going to do is we're going to speak the words of Illumina and blind them. You only need to use the spell once. They will be forever blinded. Okay, let's go in through here first. Okay, we don't need to do anything here, and that door is forever locked and closed. It's like welded. You can't find a keyhole, it does not open. So let's go over here instead. Here we go. Look at this. There's a guard, there's lava. So now we can speak the words of Motari. Just like the scroll says, the guard will lower, the bridge will form, and now you can go across. Okay, we need these. Okay. Let's tackle this last, because I want to show you something. Okay, let's tackle that last. Let's go back, go back, go back, 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 back. Where did we come from? Okay, back. Okay, I'm losing track of myself. Okay, now let's go back over here, go to this door. Ooh, look, there's a horn. Let's take it. Ah, crap, let's not take it. There's a big hell spawn dog thing. Must be Cerebus. Well, since it's a hellspawn and only has one head, so it's a Cerebus wannabe, we're going to use... Anything spawned from hell uses... what to get rid of it? The holy water. Let's use this on the dog. And this was early 80s, or, well, mid-80s, and it was very rare to see the word hell in a video game. It's like, I think, the very first video game that used the word hell in it. So let's take that horn. Don't need to use it right now, so don't worry about it. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we can't do anything with this guy. We don't have the necessary implements for this task, so let's go in here. Okay, there's the Sphinx. Now look carefully at the staircase. Look at the staircase. Start from the first step. The second, the third, and the fourth. It shows a diagram. 3 up, then 1 down on the right, then the second one in the middle, then 1 back up on the right. So remember that pattern. We are going to speak to the Sphinx. Okay, we're going to look at the Sphinx. Okay, we're going to move over the Sphinx, and he will speak to us. No one may pass without my permission. To pass, you must answer a riddle. Now, you know all that useless stuff that you've been carrying in your inventory? This is what it's used for. First burnt and beaten down, drowned and pierced with nails, then stepped on by long-faced animals. Do you know what the answer to my riddle is? And I shall let thee pass. Well, think about it. Fire, then cooled, then beat with a hammer, then pounded with nails into long-faced animals. That can only mean the horseshoe. So, use the horseshoe on the Sphinx. Correctly answered, and I may now pass. The riddle changes, so it's never the same riddle twice. Well, it is. Okay, let's open the scroll. But there are several riddles to choose from. Observing the stars, the Throne constellation appears once every 5 summers. Legend says that it's a portal to another land. Well, thank you for telling me. Alright, now, we need that star. Okay, now, look closely at the star map. Map of the unknown galaxy. You can see billions and billions of stars. The map seems to be only loosely attached to the wall, so let's move it. Or let's... Well, since they don't have a move, let's... Well, they do, but it's moving as in moving in a right direction. We open the map, and we take the rod behind it. Now we can move on up the ladder. Beautiful woman trapped in a tower. Typical. This is so stereotypical, I don't even believe it. So, you shouldn't believe it either. See that blade? We need that for the staff. So, think to yourself this. What would a beautiful woman next to a staff or a blade needed to send the behemoth peering down to the depths of hell be doing together? Usually, that would deduce that that is no normal, beautiful woman. So what we're going to do is going to go all the way down to where we see our arrow. The only thing that we can pierce through that body is through the arrow. And it isn't a woman after all, it is a wolf. Poor Wolfie. But he would have killed us if we went for this blade, which we do so desperately need. Your work is done here, leave here now. And now we can go back to some of those places we've been. Now, see those torches up there? You don't need those. They're just decorations. I mean, for God's sake, let the Sphinx have some light. Alright, so, let's go over here. Nope. This is the room we just came out of. Let's go over here, rather, to where that wyvern was. Alright, now we're going to use the star on the wyvern. And it becomes a ball of flame, and it goes right to the wyvern. Because apparently stars and wyverns don't get along. But we're going to take the talisman. Otherwise that wyvern would have killed us if we would have grabbed it. Okay, now we're going to move into the first door we went into. Did we do everything here? No, we did not. We can now do this part. So let us use the rod. Because there's lightning rod. Makes sense, don't it? And now you see this thing. So take whatever it is in his hand and you find it's a wand. I feel like Harry Potter already. Thank you very much, skeleton, scary, creepy hand. Alright, we're done here. Let's go over here. Back down to the skeleton's quarters. Down into the catacombs below. And remember, we don't have to... Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, we do. We still needed to do Illumina. Darn it. They woke up out of it. Well, that's okay. If you do get a game over, hit continue. And you're only thrown one room back, so you can actually repeat the mistake. No, don't repeat the mistake you made. No, just repeat what you should have done and used Illumina on those gargoyles. I guess it only lasts for a short amount of time. Illumina. And now they're blind again. They're doubly blind now. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I don't think we need to be in here just yet, so that's to proceed on through deeper into the levels. Okay, now that's the card there. Okay, this is what we need to do. So remember those levers that we saw in the design on the steps? First we're going to use a torch and get that burning. Okay, now. We're going to use these levers in the same order that we saw them. Look, 3 up. So, push this one down first, then the middle one, the right one again. Just like on the stairs. Now, that is the second element we need, the silver orb. Let's take that. Now all we need is the staff. But the staff is way back in the beginning of the game. So, we're going to have to backtrack all the way back to the beginning of the game to get it. So let's leave that area alone. And take a look just in case we didn't do everything that we needed to do. That's that. Okay, so we got that out of the way, we got that out of the way. So, let's just keep going back. We did get everything here, yes. Yes, we did. Don't need to be here. Go to the second one. I always like to make sure. Yes, so we got everything here. How about down here? Of course. Okay, so. Go back. Backtrack. And look, the giant has just gotten up, so it helps to get multiple stones. Now there's that area again. All the way back. All the way back. All the way back. All the way back. Now we're going to need to go inside that small hole. Over here. And we're going to need to go over that chasm with the rickety bridge. This one. In order to do that, well, if you did that normally, then you'd fall right through into the chasm. You don't want to do that because that'll instantly kill you. We need to make ourselves lighter, and Bottle 2 has got to be the best diet racket in the world because it'll make you feel light as a feather. So use Bottle 2 on yourself, and you rise into the air. I wish I had Bottle 2 of my own. Don't you? Giant snake! Oh my god! What do I do? Okay, we're gonna use the only thing we can use. We're gonna use this wand like we're Harry Potter, so say it with me now. Death to the snake! Oh, it just shrinks into nothing. Then it turns into one of those things, and then, look, lo and behold, there's the staff. We got all three elements. Let's take the staff. Now let's use... No, actually, I'll save that big surprise and unveiling for when we get to where we need to go. Once you pass over that chasm again, you descend back into the ground again where you came from. So let's go back all the way back. Now back this way. Okay, now we need to go all the way... Nope, not there. Go back. We need to go forward. In through here. Up through here. Okay, now, be careful, because that troll is still alive. And look, there he is, and he's got your spear. Well, since we don't really want to give him a gold coin, we need to save that for the Ferryman. But we can speak the word... No, I'm not talking to myself here. We can speak the word of Humana. Remember, it makes you light as the wind, or as fast as the wind. Humana. And there you go, now you're back in here. Now, so let's... Once again... use the sling... with a... stone. Okay, use the stone on the sling. Now, we're gonna use the sling... No, we're not gonna use ourselves. Use the sling on the giant once again. Okay, now don't worry about his weapon either. You can't take it. It's just decoration. Okay, and we go all the way back, and we need to go here. No, that's backwards. We need to go here, down here, through here. Okay. There we go, now we're safe. Now, to prevent running into the same error, we're going to speak the word of Illumina. Well, I did not mean to do that again twice, but oh well. Okay, now, let us open the wishing well. Now, what do you use in a wishing well? Well, not a gold coin, not a copper coin. This is a big well, so we're going to need a big coin. There you go. Now let's move down the well. It's that square there. Okay, here comes the ferryman. What we're going to do is we're going to use, and we actually have to physically do this, grab the mallet. Use the mallet on the gong. And there you go, you just gonged the ferryman. Why did you gong the ferryman? Alright, we're going to give him a gold coin. We have to give him a gold coin, that's the only way we can get across. Now, we can move onto the raft, and he'll take you across. Alright, now, get rid of all this text here. Now we're going to use... Now, what are the shapes of those... Remember seeing something like that? The talisman. Now remember, where the sword is hung, the key shall be placed. There you go. Now, remember what I said earlier, too. We're going to use the horn to open the door. There we go. Now let's move through the door. This is the last room in the entire Shadowgate castle. And here comes the behemoth. Okay. Now we're going to use all three of these elements. I'm going to use the staff with the orb. Oh, use the orb with the staff. It's always... Okay. We can't use the orb yet. Let's use the blade. Use the blade on the staff. Blade goes on the staff first. Then we're going to use the orb, not the horn. Orb. I'm going to use the orb on the staff. And now, the staff becomes a living entity. So now we're going to use the staff on the behemoth. Or behemoth. Bahamut is the giant dragon on... that's a different video game. Behemoth. I've been saying Bahamut the whole time. It's the behemoth. We're going to use the staff on the behemoth. And he screams in agony, thrashing back and forth in great pain. And in his rage, grabs the warlock, picks him up, takes him down with him. Everybody's happy again. You show up before the kingdom. You're a hero. You're honored. You're wined. You're speeched. Everybody shakes your hand. And they give you your 15 seconds of fame before the game is through. And Shadowgate becomes a distant memory of your past. And in all of 15 minutes, you can beat this game. The king is grateful. That's the end of this Let's Play video. Next, Deja Vu, which uses the same style of gameplay, only this time, it's a detective story. Tune us in next time, and we'll show you where this series goes from there.